beautiful voice she has, right? My goodness. That was great. Well, stay back there for a song. Since you... No, you can't get paid, but you can stay back there for one more song. When Katrina happened, I was on tour with this rock band, and we were playing in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. And this couple I met could see the sort of lost look I had in my eyes, and they said, hey, we live down on an island in Belize, and we lost everything in a hurricane 10 years ago. And why don't you come down and stay with us for a couple of weeks, and you see how you come back. So I was supposed to go down for 2 weeks, and instead I quit the band I had been in for 15 years and went down and lived there for 3 months until the island kicked me off, I guess. And it was just lovely. It was San Pedro town in Belize. And it was so innocent. There were no cars on the island, no paved roads, dirt streets and bicycles. And the little children would walk to school at sunrise by themselves, 5, 6 years old, which you'd never see in America. There was, in the 3 months I lived there, there was one act of violence. A construction worker from Costa Rica stabbed his roommate, who was also from Costa Rica, with a screwdriver over the last beer. And the next day, the third graders marched in the streets carrying signs saying, "Stop the violence." It was gorgeous. So when I left, I'd never learned how to speak Spanish, but I learned how to write songs in Spanish, which I figure is more valuable to me anyway. And this is a song called Adios San Pedro. Mi guitarra canta una canción de adiós San Pedro, no lágrimas, no tristezas. Yo volver otra vez un día. Ay, San Pedro, las playas, el sol quema nuestros bellos corazones. Ay, San Pedro, yo volver otra vez un día. Eternamente, eternamente, de ola en ola, yo te sigo esperando con confianza en el cielo, el mar y el paso de las arenas y el tiempo. Ay, San Pedro, las playas, el sol quema nuestros bellos corazones. Ay, San Pedro, yo volver otra vez un día. Mirando las estrellas que recuerdan a San Pedro como fosforosa en el mar de la noche. Mi guitarra canta una canción de adiós San Pedro. Ay, San Pedro, las playas, el sol quema nuestros bellos corazones. Ay, San Pedro, yo volver otra vez un día. Yo volver otra vez un día. En verano, en primavera, todos los años, todos los días, yo volver otra vez un día. Stephen Fisher on the cajon, y'all. He'll be back. My next guest and I go back even further than Laura and I do. I've known him since before I knew him. He was in the most popular rock band in New Orleans. They were like the Beatles of New Orleans in the late 70s. I was a fan, and I schemed my way into his life so I could write songs with him. And we've stayed friends for a long time. He doesn't do music nearly as often as I wish he would. He makes movies instead, which makes him more money and explains why I'm in a backyard and he lives in a house not far from here. But his name is Vance DeGeneres. Welcome to the stage. I wish Roger Berg had made it. He would have loved the Cold songs. He's here? Just got here. Roger! Roger! You made it! Perfect, buddy. Good to see you. It's like a reunion of New Orleans peoples. Roger! play them old, we're going to play them new. This is a song of Vance's that I've loved for years. It's just one of my favorite songs anybody wrote. It's called Parnell Pitcher. Life was mostly fun and simplicity. There was never a reason to plan ahead. There were many things we left unsaid. Part of pictures, dreams that she can't reach. Part of it just still stands on Folly Beach. Gets no charge from the Charleston Battery. How can you fight what you won't see? Every year she plans to visit me. Still the years go by, it's not to be. No, she shouldn't stay, but she won't run. Still her heart attacks her like a gun. Part of it she has locked inside her mind. All the dreams she thinks she'll never find. Don't you know it's time you left the nest? Don't you think it's time you did your best? Working in an office for a month, a waitress for a while. How much satisfaction can there be in that job turnstile? Years get no kinder to you. Please don't watch them go. Oh, 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 oh. Don't watch them go. Oh, 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 oh. Parnell Pitcher, you're such a lovely girl. Don't think the Atlantic's your only world. Still you need a push to be on your way. I've tried and tried, now what can I say? You've gotta get away from there. 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 Parnell Pitcher's dreams that she can't reach. Parnell Pitcher still turns on Folly Beach. Gets no charge from the Charleston Battery. How can you fight what you won't see? How can you fight what you won't see? Oh, 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 oh. What you won't see. Oh, 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 oh. What you won't see. Oh, 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 oh. What you won't see. Oh, 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 oh. A song by Vance DeGeneres. And this song here, Vance was kind enough to write a song for my latest CD with me. We've written songs together so many times that we sort of finish each other's sentences, and that sure does make songwriting easy. And this is definitely one of those. It's called On the Line. tried dialing your old number, would there be a disconnect from you? And if I called, would you answer? If you answered, would we talk? And if we talked, would we argue? Like so many times before, problems too big to ignore. Would you stay with me on the line? On the line. They say distance makes the heart grow fonder. Well, they say a lot of stupid things, and the love that's left alone can start to wander. Will I call and get unanswered rings? And if I call, would you answer? And if you answered, would we talk? And if we talked, would we argue? Like so many times before, problems too big to ignore. Would you stay with me on the line? On the line. And the telephone is staring at me laughing. It keeps daring me to try you one more time. It's not Mardi Gras, so why are we both masking? The complicated kind of conversations we keep having in our minds. I lay in bed at night and I listen, hoping I might hear you at the door. I'm sitting in our house, but something's missing, and that's 'cause you don't live here anymore. And if I call, would you answer? And if you answered, would we talk? And if we talked, would we argue? Like so many times before, problems too big to ignore. Would you stay with me on the line? On the line. On the line. This song is a song, there's a couple of guys here who are fans of the band I was in back in the 90s, again, before electricity, when we used to keep a squirrel on the side of the stage with a treadmill to power the amps, you know.
That was Fred.
Well, he is a squirrel, you're right there. This song is called Laughable. I wrote it after reading a poem by Alice Walker. It was called Even As I Hold You. And it began, even as I hold you, I think of you as someone far, far away. And I thought, man, that's just how it is when you're breaking up with somebody. They're in your arms, and you're already gone. So the song's called Laughable. Well, I stare at the hole in my hands, and I watch you slip away. And I feel if I'd only done better, then maybe I could make you stay. And then I stare at the hole in my head, and I can't remember things I say. Hour to hour, sentence to sentence, day to day. Well, I could, but I don't, and I should, but I won't. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable. Well, there's an empty space in my bed. It's just too big these days. Even as I hold you, I'm letting you go somewhere far away. And there's an empty place place in my heart when my friends say, boy, now you're free. 'Cause freedom's not a ring around your finger, I can tell them it's a memory. Well, I could, but I don't, and I should, but I won't. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable. Having to tell someone goodbye, having to find a place to hide when all you feel these days is empty inside. Well, I remember the last time we met, you held a stranger's hand. You introduced me to him, and you said, could we try and be friends? Well, I could, but I don't, and I should, but I won't. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable. It's laughable. We were in a band together back in the early 80s, a new wave band. Remember those guys? New wave? And Vance always had this way, even before he got into the film business, of meeting way more interesting people than me. I think it was because he was polite and mannered. And I was just this gutter snipe that was always looking for trouble. And interesting people kept away from me out of fear. But there was this kid, we used to play Baton Rouge a lot because we were from New Orleans, and there was this kid that worked in the video arcade. And before the gigs, I used to spend a lot of time in the arcade, and he used to make me change. And because I was an angry young guy, I never talked to him. But Vance wound up meeting him through a friend, and his father was teaching at LSU, and this kid wasn't even going to school there, but he wanted to be a filmmaker. And he said, I'll make a video for you guys. And we said, great. And he shot us this beautiful little black and white video of our new wave band, holding light bulbs as microphones. It was very artsy. And then we broke up. And he called and he said, well, you guys owe me $5,000 for this video I shot. And I said, well, we don't need it because we broke up and we don't have money to pay you. And he says, well, I can't give you the video unless you pay me. And I said, well, just keep it then. And he did, and he put it on his demo reel. And 5 years later, maybe 8 years later, he used that demo reel to get the financing to make a little film called Sex, Lies, and Videotape. And he became quite a famous director named Steven Soderbergh. He, in fact, used Cowboy Mouth in a movie of his called The Underneath, one of his few flops. And the next movie he was making, he did an interview in the local newspaper, and he said, yeah, I knew when I was doing on The Underneath, right in the middle, I knew it was going to be a flop. And I immediately emailed him and said, next time you know you're making a hit, please do call me and use me in that. But anyway, so Steven Soderbergh shot a video of this song in 1983 when he was just a kid hanging out in an arcade. And you can still see it on YouTube if you look up Paul Sanchez, What You Got on YouTube. And it goes like this. I Funky Cajon from Stephen Fisher. Now, I got a guest in the house. He's been a fan of mine for years, and I didn't know Bob could sing or wanted to sing. He said, could I sing Man on the Run from Cowboy Mouth? And I said, absolutely. And while we got a percussionist up here, let's bring Bob Moran up here to do some singing.
Can we hear it for Paul Sanchez? I'm just gonna cheat on my phone in case I forget the lyrics. The desert in my eyes and the western skies on my mind. Wherever I look, I see wide open country for miles. Every distance, the mountains the size of the sun. I ain't driving nowhere, I feel like a man on the run. Keep going. Adobe and teardrops are all I'm leaving behind. I'm somewhere in Texas, I'm lost and I don't see the signs. At a bar in New Mexico, an old man sells me a gun. But I ain't shooting no one, I feel like a man on the run. That's right. Check that off my bucket list.
Bob Moran, y'all give him a hand. That was awesome. That was awesome. No, I haven't played that in dog's years, but that was big fun. Man.
Oh, awesome.
Next time, pick one of mine, though.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to sing one of your songs. Come on. You're doing so good.
When I woke up, I heard a voice, and I froze in my bed. When I woke up, I was divorced. It was the radio. You're gone and I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I was sleeping and had a dream that I was right into you. It was creepy, my dreamy dream. You read my letters, remembered I loved you. No, 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 I don't love you anymore. You're gone and I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I don't even think of you reading your paper each morning. I don't even think of you sipping your coffee and yawning. I don't even think of your hands pulling back off your pretty face. I don't even think of you walking away as I'm walking around this empty, empty place. I remember trying to forget with a bottle of wine. I remember trying to forget that the ring you're not wearing is mine. No, 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 you don't wear it anymore. You're gone and I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I don't even think of you, my little blue one. I don't even think of you, my little blue one. My little blue one. Indeed. Vance was in a really popular New Orleans band, and that was like, they were like the Beatles of New Orleans. They would play 5 nights a week and draw 1,500 kids, and it was pretty much the same kids. They just kept coming. They couldn't get enough. And the songs in my mind was just still, we played one earlier, Parnell Pitcher. It's 30 years old, and I just still love the song whenever I see Vance. I said, can we please play Parnell Pitcher? In part because I was a fan of his band, The Cold. But there's another one of those songs, and I just really love it and love playing it with him. They had a female singer, and so I sang it an octave down. I tease him that this is the Johnny Cash version of his song, but it's called Seems Like Forever. I had love on a sunny day, another dream that I put away. Things didn't go like we planned, it's out of my hands, so are you. I'll only think of you now and then. I won't be saying remember when we had a happier time than you'd ever find without me. The rain seems like forever. The rain seems like forever in my heart, in my heart, in my heart, in my heart. It took a date with a different girl, one who could show me a better world than the one before, reminded me more. I want you. The rain seems like forever. The rain seems like forever in my heart, in my heart, in my heart, in my heart. Picture your face, the look on your face last summer, when you made it clear what you didn't feel and you left me in the dark, crying, but do this song here. We did that one, did we? On the Line. We did that earlier. On the Line. Did we do that one?
Yeah.
That's good. Thank you.
Encore.
This is a song, Vince and I, like we've been writing together so long, it doesn't really take much. He's really good at coming up with catchy melodies, and he trusts me. So he'll send me a verse and a chorus and just say, finish it. And so I went on a little songwriting tear recently. I'm getting ready for a new record, and I wrote 12 songs in 3 days, and I was on such a hot tear. I said, where is that song Vince sent me? So we wrote this one finished it just 2 weeks ago. It's called Drive Right Back to You. Drove all night, guess I'll drive all day. Won't let anything get in my way. 'Cause when I'm here and you are there, I'm really no place anywhere. I go on driving anyway. Conversations often go unsaid. Mostly I get lost inside my head.